Thanks very much, Laskin Carla. First of all, I want to thank my own colleagues, Deputy Louise O'Reilly and Deputy Claire Curran, for bringing forward this important motion tonight. Raising the pension age was a significant issue. I think others have mentioned that on the doors in the last general election, and obviously I personally didn't hear anybody disagreeing with it, any of the meetings or any of the debates I was at, so I don't think there should be any difficulty with everyone supporting the motion here this evening. We as a society should be striving to ensure that if you want to retire at 65, then that choice is yours. Of course, we do know that some people prefer, and that's their personal choice, they'd like to continue to work. However, you should not have to continue to work. You should be able to retire at 65 if you wish. And a number of employment contracts stipulate an end of employment date in line with an employee turned 65, and since the abolition of the state pension transition payment, thousands of 65-year-olds have had to sign on for a job seekers payment. And obviously, I come across a lot of people who they don't ever want to put themselves through that. They're having to go in and sort of sign on for any sort of a transitional payment. They feel they've worked hard. Many of the people we're talking about have been working since they were teenagers, and they feel they should be able to get the pension at 65 without having to get a sort of an in-between payment, let's say, or job seekers allowance. I also want to mention the issue of women when we're talking about pensions, because actually women outnumber men among the age category of over 65. However, only 1/3 of those in receipt of a full state contributory pension are women. So I know that the Women's Council were calling for a rethink on the pension policy to one that places equality and living with dignity in our older years at the centre. And I just want to take the opportunity to mention that, because again, here we have women being failed by the state. I don't think any of us at this stage are surprised by that, but it is an important issue. So time is limited, so I want to say that obviously I think this is a really important issue, and I want to really briefly mention that many people who are receiving a pension have often said that they do feel like the forgotten category in the country because their cost of living has increased, and yet every now and again they get a paltry €5 increase. So it's just important that we remember that category of people as well. Cost of living doesn't go away just because you turn 65, 66, and it's very, very difficult sometimes for people to live on that, particularly when you're more dependent on maybe medical services and your fuel costs and everything else in terms of being elderly. So I just think it's important. We were great in this country for setting up age-friendly and all these type of initiatives, but we're not very good then on following through on actions that support them. Thanks.